All right, so welcome aboard. Trying to get everything set up here. Got my lineups finally in the score sheets. Dr. John Groth with you. We are underway here in the first inning. 2 on, nobody out for Bossier. Duke Jordan, a 3-2 count, fouled straight back. And this is Gabriel Cabrera. Cabrera got one of the 3 hits in the game the other day for the Cavs. A single to right field. And he's battling Duke Jordan. A single to left broke up the no-hitter by Garrett Felix, and then a hit batter, Gavin Birds at first base. 2 on, nobody out. Jordan from the stretch. The 3-2 pitch fouled off again. Good at bat here by Gabriel Cabrera, right fielder for the Cavs. We'll get you caught up on the lineups here as we can in this first inning. As we move the start time up to 11:15 to try to beat the rain. We got rain moving in the area later today. It's a super muggy day, 75 degrees at game time, 73% humidity. It's a muggy day. The next playoff pitch just missed, not by much. Breaking pitch, he tried to go back door, and it's the first walk of the ball game for Duke Jordan, and the bases are full of Cavs. Well, the Apaches scored 7 runs in the top of the first over in Shreveport on Thursday. And it looks like the Cavs are trying to return the favor here. Cole Ketzner, the catcher, is the cleanup hitter. And the other day, Ketzner also got one of those 3 hits for the Cavs. The final score of Thursday's game was a 13-2 win in 5 innings by the Apaches. And Cavs were able to muster 2 runs on just 3 hits. Jordan now going to go from the windup. Boy, you got to be careful there. If you step off with the wrong foot, that's a balk. Thankfully, he did not do that. So, bases loaded, nobody out for cleanup hitter Cole Ketzner. The pitch. Popping the leather, but it's outside, ball 1. Glad you're with us. Top of the first inning. Black jerseys versus black jerseys. It's the gray pants versus the white pants today. We'll try to sort that out. 1-0 pitch, high pop-up out of play to the right side. We have a southerly breeze today that's actually going to kind of blow in from the right field corner towards the third base dugout. So left-handers, the ball's going to get knocked down a bit. I don't even know if it's to the degree that righties are going to get any kind of help. That ball is going to be blown toward the third base line, third base dugout when it goes up in the air. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're still scoreless. Duke Jordan in first inning trouble here from the full windup, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good job by Trey Irwin to keep that ball right at the plate. Now, something happened on that pitch. Coach Rupenthal is going to go out and have it. I think Jordan might have thrown the wrong pitch. And Coach Rupenthal wants to go out and have a chat, try to make sure that they're on the same page here. Let's walk you through the Bossier lineup as Coach Rupenthal speaks his piece. Leading off is the second baseman Garrett Felix, batting second, third baseman Gavin Bird. Right fielder Gabriel Cabrera bats third. They're all on base right now. Cole Ketzner is at the plate. He's the catcher. Andrew Mills on deck. He's the first baseman. Left fielder Jaden Adams will bat 6th. DH Billy Decker bats 7th. Center fielder Ron Franklin bats 8th. And the shortstop Mason Hammonds bats 9th for the Cavs. The Cavs are 3-5 on the year, 2-1 in conference play. They're led by 5th-year head coach Bobby Gilliam. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Big strikeout right there. And there's finally 1 out in the inning. That's a huge strikeout for Duke Jordan. And Colt Ketzner will have to go back to the bench. Here's Andrew Mills, first baseman for the Cavs. And 0 for 2, 0 for 1 actually. Got hit by a pitch, walked, and struck out looking on Thursday's game. Breaking pitch in there, strike 1. Well, we've seen Duke Jordan this year in these kind of scenarios. He seems to find a way to get base runners on, but he also can get out of these jams. Boy, that's a pretty good pitch right there, called a ball. He's resorted to the breaking pitch here to get himself out of trouble with Ketzner, and now he's 1-1 on Andrew Mills. Takes the deep breath, going to go from the full windup. Here's the pitch. Well, he fouled off an inside fastball right in on his hand, somehow got the end of the bat on it, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, a double play ends the inning with a 0 on the board. Pop up in the infield or a strikeout would be in order as well for the Apaches. Bozier trying to break through early here. Wind up, the 1-2. Line drive, right field. Going over is Alec Williams. He'll make the catch. He'll throw home. Not in time. 1-0 Cavaliers. Sac fly for Andrew Mills to right field. And Alec Williams did his best to get that ball in as quick as he could, but not in time to get Garrett Felix, who tagged and scored. Other 2 runners stayed. And it's 1-0 Bozier. Here's Jaden Adams, the left fielder, for the first time today. And Adams did not play in the opening game of the series on Thursday in Shreveport. First at bat of the series for the left fielder. Ball gets through. No, it hit him. No, it's a foul ball. Well, I first thought it was a wild pitch, and umpire says no, it went off the bat. Jaden Adams is kind of shrugging his shoulders. He's not making too much of a fuss here, so must have tipped off the bat and got by Trey Irwin. Went all the way back to the brick wall here behind home plate. So it's an 0-1 count. Jordan from the stretch. First and second with 2 outs. Now time's called. Coach Wren's got a question of what the ruling is here. And I don't know what this could be about, because the question perhaps is whether the ball actually hit the bat or not. But if it didn't hit the bat, Mr. Umpire called a foul ball, I think. Runners didn't advance, so I don't know what this discussion could be about. Coach Wren's got a question. A foul ball is going to be a strike, so I don't know. The question might be whether it was called a strike or a foul ball. I don't know if that would concern Coach Wren, though. I would be more concerned if I was Bobby Gilliam there, because the umpire, I'm pretty sure, called a foul ball. And it's 1-0. So I would have been out there if I was Bobby Gilliam, because I thought Mr. Umpire said something about foul ball. Maybe not, though. High fly ball, left field. This is going to carry towards out of play, and does. Just out of the reach of Heath Hood, who gave good chase over there. Boy, without that wind, that's probably going to be caught. Heath was on the run and ran right up against the fence over there, right in front of the Bozier bullpen, down the left field corner. Bozier in the left side dugouts, the left field side dugouts, and the left field bullpens. The Apaches in the first base side dugouts, in the first base side bullpens. And that wind is going to be a factor bit here today. That ball, without any wind, would have been probably caught as a final out of the inning. We'll go back now with a 1-1 count. So really odd on that wild pitch. The runners didn't advance. Maybe they didn't advance because that ball bounced back quickly. I was trying to figure out what the call was, and by the time I figured things out, Irwin already had the ball in his glove, and perhaps there was not time for Gavin Bird or Cabrera to advance. 2 balls and a strike, the pitch. Off the plate, 2-2. Left fielder Jaden Adams at the plate for the Cavs. 1-0 Bozier here in the first inning. Well, we had We got a device that's going to eventually allow the scoreboard operator to put the score and the count on the broadcast, but haven't been able to figure that one out just yet. So a big thank you to Chuck Smith, who was up here trying to get us set up, but couldn't quite get it working today. So we'll keep working on that, and hopefully at some point for these home ball games, we'll have the overlay that's got the score and the count on the screen for you. 3-2 count. Fouled off. Runners were in motion there with a full count. And Jaden Adams will do it again. Billy Decker, the DH, waits on deck for the Cavs. Defensively for the Apaches, Heath Hood in left, Jacob Johnson in center, Alec Williams in left. Or right field, Dalton Davis at third, Tyler Lindweber at short, Ren Reynolds at second, Miguel Vega at first base, Trey Irwin behind the plate, and Duke Jordan is on the mound for the Apaches. Mr. Sestito has checked in from Frisco. Appreciate that. And to hustle over here this morning from church and barely got my lineups here before the game started. 3-2, 2 outs, the pitch. Missed inside. It's the second walk of the inning for Duke Jordan. Good at bat by Jaden Adams there. And the bases are loaded again. Here's Billy Decker for the first time. The Cavs will bring at least 7 batters to the plate here in this inning. And they have 2 outs, 1 run in. They'd love to get more. You hear that wind whistling on our crowd mic down below the press box here. Blowing right in here, from straight in from right. The pitch. Misses low, ball 1. Weather data says it's a south wind at 15 miles an hour. I would give it every bit of that. One ball, no strikes. Jordan from the stretch. The pitch. Missed high, 2-0. Well, not what you want to do here is fall behind with the bases loaded. We have seen Jordan go to the breaking pitch when he needed a strike. We'll see what he does here. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded with the Cavaliers. The pitch. Fastball misses low. Nope. This is where it gets challenging for Coach Rubenthal to call pitches. You got to have a strike here, so what are you going to go to? Jordan looks in and gets his sign. Deep breath in the set position. The 3-0. He missed high. It's a 4-pitch walk. 2 walks in a row for Duke Jordan. That's 3 in the inning. And it's 2-0 Bossier. So that's an RBI for Decker. And here's the center fielder, Ron Franklin. First time. 8 batters coming to the plate in the first inning for Bossier. And Jordan would love to minimize here and keep it at 2-0. First pitch. Ground ball, third base side, through. Davis gave chase. That ball's going to trickle into the corner. And the second runner was coming, and then he stopped. So it's only going to be one RBI for Franklin. I thought he might have had a chance to get 2 there, but it'll go as an RBI single to left for Franklin. Everybody moves up a station. Cabrera scores the 3rd run of the inning for Bossier. 9th hitter of the inning is Mason Hammonds. Hammonds got the 3rd hit in the other on Thursday's ball game. Bossier already with 2 hits in this inning. They only had 3 hits in the 5 innings that we played over in Shreveport, a 13-2 win for the Apaches. Mason Hammonds had a single to center in that game. He steps up with an 0-1 count. Foul tip, it's 0-2. Bossier 2, the Apaches have not batted yet. We're in the top of the first. Dr. John Groth with you here on the play-by-play. A little late in the saddle today, but glad you're with us. Love to hear from where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Heard from Caldwell, Miss Hughes. checking in. Appreciate that. Here's the 0-2. Breaking pitch, got him looking. And 2 strikeouts in the inning for Jordan. And he's able to minimize the damage, but the Bossier Parish Cavaliers bring 9 batters to the plate. They end up scoring 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave them loaded. And your new score from Mike Carter Field here in Tyler, Texas is Bossier Parish 3 and the Apaches coming to the plate. All right, let's walk you through the Apache lineup here, try to get caught up. Leading off is the second baseman, Ren Reynolds. Batting second, left fielder, Heath Hood. Batting third, the center fielder, Jacob Johnson. Batting cleanup for the Apaches, third baseman, Dalton Davis. The first baseman, Miguel Vega, bats fifth. Designated hitter, Luke Johnson, will bat sixth for the Apaches. Catcher, Trey Irwin, bats seventh. Shortstop, Tyler Linerweber, will bat eighth. And batting ninth for the Apaches, right fielder, Alec Williams. Defensively for the Cavaliers from Bossier Parish, Jaden Adams in left, Ron Franklin in center, Gabriel Cabrera out in right field. Around the infield, Gavin Bird at third, Mason Hammonds at short, Garrett Felix at second, Andrew Mills at first, Cole Kessner behind the plate, and on the mound, left-handed freshman from Wheaton, Illinois, 6'4" and 205, Johnny Vasevic. Vasevic is the pitcher. He pitched 1 inning in Thursday's game, the second inning for the Cavaliers, so second appearance of this series for Vasevic. And on the year is 4th appearance overall. He has started 1 other game, so this will be his second start. Vasevic is 0-1 with a 6.14 ERA, 7 1/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks for the freshman from Wheaton, Illinois, Johnny Vasevic. He will face the second baseman, Ren Reynolds. And in Thursday's ball game, first pitch in there called a strike, 0-1 on Reynolds. Reynolds walked twice and grounded out twice. He was 0 for 2, 13-2 win. The Apaches were able to muster up 10 hits in that ball game, 13, 10, and 0, as the Cavaliers 2 runs on just 3 hits. 0-1 pitch, went down and got it, popped it up to center. This is Franklin making the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Heath Hood, first time today. Hood walked twice and popped up to the first baseman, lined out to the first baseman. It was 0 for 2 in that ball game. Ended up being a run rule shortened ball game. We only played 5 innings on Thursday over in Shreveport, as the Apaches jumped out 7-0 in the first inning. Another run in the second, 2 in the third, and then 3 more in the fifth. Bossier did counter with 2 in the first, but that's all they could get in the run rule shortened 5-inning 13-2 victory for the Apaches. Another pop-up center field, and Franklin has room in front of the warning track, and he'll make the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Mike Carter Field, 325 down the lines. 361 in the gaps, 370 straight away, 18-foot high wall all the way around this ballpark. Seats about 4,000 fans. We got big bleachers in the right and left field corners, a covered seating area right around the press box and home plate, and some chairback bleacher seating behind both dugouts. So beautiful ballpark here, artificial surface. First pitch misses, 1-0 to the left-handed batting Jacob Johnson. 2 out, nobody aboard. The left-hander Johnny Vasevic from the full windup called a strike, 1-1. Pretty sure we're going 7-9 here, my understanding. Any you guys got? Well, we'll have to see. It's possible we're going to play 9 in this first ball game. We'll try to get word from Mr. Ed down there by the dugout. Ed Atkins, the student assistant, keeping the live stats for some of you that are on the live stat program. Sure is nice to have that when we don't have a broadcast, a way to keep up with the action live. 2 balls and a strike to Johnson. Off the end of the bat, foul. Coach Trahan does the old Olay there, smartly. Got the short sleeve pullover on today, as does Coach Bogue in the first base box. Coach Bogue ever going to share that, shaved off that Grizzly Adams beard? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away on center fielder Jacob Johnson. This is Johnny Vacevic, the pitch. Just off the plate, maybe a hair low. So Bossier's got their black uniforms with the wine and gold trim, gray pants, and the Apaches with their black uniforms and the white trim all the way around. They got the black stripes down the side of the pants and the black stirrups. White socks and white helmets today for the Apaches. Off the plate, ball 4. So there goes the perfect game for Vacevic. First walk of the game for him. That'll bring up Dalton Davis. What a day Davis had. 4 for 4. 3 singles. No, that's not right. What? Yeah, is that right? 3 singles and a triple. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking he was going for the cycle on Thursday. That was the other game. Northeast game, he had a chance to get the cycle. The hottest hitter on this club right now is this guy at the plate. Takes a ball. It's 1-0. 3 singles and a triple for Davis in Thursday's 13-2 win. Takes ball 2. High, a fastball. He had 3 RBIs in that game. He is now from the stretch, 6'4" and 205. Vacevic try to keep that 0 on the board for the Cavs. Fastball called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Glad you're with us on a muggy Sunday morning here from Mike Carter Field. We're in Tyler, Texas. Probably 90 miles or so from Bossier Parish Community College. They're over in the Shreveport area. You just hop on I-20 and drive for about an hour and a half. Pop up right side, and it's 2-2. We actually played Thursday's game on the artificial surface at Centenary College, which is in a slightly different part of Shreveport. And in hopes of, they have gotten a bunch of rain over there in that area, and their home field on their campus is not ready to play today, so they moved the games to here, and they actually moved them up. Breaking pitch way out in front, pops it up left side. This is the shortstop Hammonds calling everyone off. He'll squeeze it for out number 3. So a walk with 2 outs is stranded, and we'll go to the second inning. Your score from Mike Carter Field in Tyler, Texas. It's Bossier 3, Tyler 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Garrett Felix will lead it off. We're back at the top of the Bossier lineup. Left on left matchup. Duke Jordan pumps a strike in there, and it's 0-1. Felix singled to left field to break up the no-hitter in the first inning. That pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cavs scored 3 runs on 2 hits and left them loaded. Jordan walked 3 and got out of it with just 3 runs. Could have been a lot worse. Fly ball left center field. This is going to be Hood now. That ball's going to blow over to Heath Hood, and there's 1 away. Now the wind, that ball was hit right to the gap, and Hood took 5 or 10 steps to his left, and that ball blew right to him. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Gavin Bird, who got hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Ended up scoring a run, as did Felix. The top 3 batters in the Bossier lineup scored runs in the top half of inning number 1. Felix, Bird, and Cabrera all scored. Ground ball, actually a liner right at third baseman Dalton Davis. And there's quickly 2 outs. Here's Gabriel Cabrera. He walked and scored in the first inning. So a quick 2 outs for Duke Jordan after a long first inning. Tried to log into iScore to get a pitch count, and it kicked me out. So the iScore app, not the beacon of reliability here. Click on the game, it will not come up. So it's showing on the list of games. Boy, a big hack right there on the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it straight back. Yeah, when I click on the Tyler Bossier game, it's got the score on there, but when I click on it to see more, it just kicks me out of the app. So iScore app not operating at the moment. Swing and a miss, at least for me. I'd like to hear any of you that are on the live chat with the Tyler people. If you do the iScore, are you having problems with that today? Because I can see it on the list of games that's being put out there, but my iPhone won't let me pull it up. Jordan thought he had strike 3, and it's a full count now on Gabriel Cabrera. Little chopper foul. Everybody's making the plays. Was Coach Gilliam down there, or one of the assistant coaches? I think that is him coaching third. 3 balls, 2 strikes to right fielder Gabriel Cabrera. Bossier a 3-0 lead here in the second inning. Duke Jordan has gotten them in order here in the inning number 2 after a long first inning. Ground ball in the hole at the shortstop. Lynn Weber puts a glove on it, and that's it. It's an infield single. Well, you knew off the bat the angle of that ball was going to be a tough play for Tyler Lynn Weber, and he dove to his right, gloved the ball, but when he got to his feet, didn't even bother making a throw. Cabrera was well down the line, and so that'll put a runner at first with 2 away. Here's Cole Ketzner, the catcher. He struck out swinging his first time up, 0 for 1. So Miss Owenga has checked in, rooting for those Apaches. Appreciate the check-ins on the live chat. If any of the Apache fans are also watching live stats and being successful at that, I would appreciate writing, shoot me a note in that live chat. Or if it's just me or my device, because when I get into iScore, I can see the game in terms of, it's on a list of other games. When I click on the game to try to get information, it just kicks me out of the app. So I'm not getting my $2 a month worth, I'll tell you that. I'm not happy about it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Bossier leads 3-0. or at the cleanup spot, and catcher Cole Ketzner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, wouldn't be surprising if you turned Cabrera loose here. Try to get him to second with 2 outs. Not moving on the pitch. Misses high, 3-1, and Jordan kind of went quick there. Jordan has a propensity when he's worried about that runner to go a little extra fast. You got to watch the balk there. If he goes too fast, the field umpire will call a balk. Got to come to that discernible pause. Deep breath, the pitch. Boy, good hack right there. Fouls it straight back. Just missed it. It's a full count, so Cabrera will be off with this pitch. And some lefties like to throw a pickoff or 2 in this situation. We'll see what Duke does. Does not throw it over. Line drive into right, boy, almost hit the runner. And you got to be careful there if you're running the bases. Cabrera, fortunately for him, he glanced in, and that ball might have hit him, but he slowed up just a hair. And it's a line drive single the other way. Nice piece of hitting by Ketzner there. And now you got 2 outs and 2 on. And here comes Coach Rupenthal.
When I met you in the summer, so my heart beats down.
As we know, Coach Rupenthal likes to go out when the inning is extended and just slow things down, give his pitcher a breather. The Tyler Apaches are 8-2 on the year, and they're 3-0 in conference play. They're on top of this conference. That's going to be all for Duke Jordan. I was down right on my sheet here. A new pitcher will give you info in just a minute. All right, the new pitcher is Tom Simmons, the freshman from down under. 6'4", 205, right-handed freshman from Canberra, Australia. So hopefully Mr. Simmons tuning in on Monday, I guess, Monday night, Monday morning in Australia. See if we can give you some numbers on Mr. Simmons here momentarily. Stepping in for the Cavs, first baseman Andrew Mills, 2 on, 2 outs. Apache is currently on a 4-game winning streak. Here's the first pitch from Tom. Just missed, ball 1. A little tight on the zone so far for Mr. Umpire. Simmons 0-0 with a 1.17 ERA, 7 2/3, 13 strikeouts to just 3 walks. Fly ball, this is well hit in right field. Williams drifts over toward the line and makes the catch for the final out. Well, that ball got up in a hurry, but it went right into the teeth of that breeze coming in from right and kind of died. Williams had an easy catch, and that will do it. The Bossier Parish Cavs get a couple guys on with 2 outs. They end the day for Duke Jordan. But Tom Simmons comes in, gets the fly ball, and it's a 0 on the board. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's Bozier 3 and Tyler 0. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play. Warm and muggy day today here in Tyler. Game time temperature was 75 degrees, 73% humidity. Just really thick air. Going to church this morning, everything had a heavy dew on it. And we got rain on the way here. We had 40% all morning chance of rain. This is Miguel Vega for the first time. It's a 2-0 count. Johnny Vacevic back on the mound for the Cavs. Vega in the game on Thursday was 1 for 3 and 2 RBIs. That ball's well hit high and deep left field. That is gone. Way into the trees. And it's 3-1. Miguel Vega jumped on that pitch. A 2-0 fastball, launched it into the trees beyond the 361 mark in the left center gap. And the Apaches have their first run of the day. So a home run, a solo shot for Vega brings up Luke Johnson.
Number 16, Luke Johnson.
Got every bit of that. And Luke Johnson steps in the game the other day on Thursday. Johnson 2 for 3, couple of singles, RBI and a run scored. First pitch misses, 1 ball, no strikes. 3-4-0 for Bozier, 1-1-0 for the Apaches. So the Apaches' first hit of the game is a home run by Vega. And it's 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. First game of a doubleheader. We're still not 100% sure this is a 7. Normally they play 7 innings and 9 innings. And there's a rumor going around the press box that this game might be the 9 and the second one might be the 7. We'll have to confirm that with Mr. Ed here down in the Tyler dugout. 3-0 pitch, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Luke Johnson. Second walk of the ball game for Vacevic. Here's the catcher, Trey Irwin. Trey Irwin did not play in Thursday's game, so he'll get his first at bat of this 3-game series. The way the conference is set up is the teams are set up to play 3-game home and home series. So we've played one of those 3 in the first round at Shreveport, and now we'll play a doubleheader here. If we do get both games in here, the second half of the season, the Apaches will travel back over to Shreveport for a doubleheader, and the Cavs will come here for a single 9, if the weather allows that. The 1-0 pitch is a pickoff. You throw it to first. Mills fires it to the shortstop, Hammonds, and he beat it. Luke Johnson took off on the first move, and that'll be a stolen base. Well, that's what you do. You teach him first move. It was kind of a slow move for Johnny Vacevic, and that gave Luke Johnson a chance to get going quickly. By the time that Mills could get it over to Hammonds, Johnson was safe at second. We saw a lot of aggressiveness from Coach Wren on stealing bases. I want to say that the Apaches stole 9 bases in that 13-2 win on Thursday. So even though you're down 2 here, you're going to try to get someone quickly into scoring position. Or off the end of the bat, pulled off the off speed just a bit, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Coach Trahan trying to get Irwin to settle down just a bit. That was a big hack. He was way out in front of an off speed pitch. From the stretch now, the freshman from Wheaton, Illinois, Johnny Vacevic. The big leg kick. There's the bunt. Third base side. Picked it up fair. You throw to first. Not in time. Infield single on the bunt for Trey Irwin. I don't know that a good throw would have got him, but the first baseman Mills came off the bag to make sure he caught the ball and didn't even give up a run. I'm giving it a single. Over to third goes Johnson, first and third, nobody out. Tyler Lindweber steps in for the first time. Lindweber, a 2 RBI single in that 7-run first inning over at Shreveport on Thursday, was 1 for 3 on the day. Steps in with 2 on, nobody out. The Apaches trying to get back into this game. They trail 3-1. Tying runs are aboard here in inning number 2. Well, they had a high school tournament here this weekend. That's why we had to move this to Sunday. I think Robert E. Lee had their annual tournament. You can see evidence of tournament play with some tents set up at certain places in this ballpark. There's the bunt, right back to the pitcher, Vacevic. Going to try to get it out at first. Safe. Well, that took Felix a while to get over there. Garrett Felix, the second baseman, did not get over in time, and it's an RBI bunt single for Tyler Lindweber. Irwin goes to second, and Johnson comes home. And we continue to see Coach Wren utilize that safety squeeze. I don't know, 4 or 5 times I've seen it at least this year. Not afraid to use the squeeze. It's a good weapon. And if you get the ball in the ground and you get the timing right, it works. You're going to show bunt. Alec Williams, there's another bunt. You're going to move both runners. You throw it to first, and they do get the out. So a sacrifice by Williams is going to go 5-4. And Lindweber goes to second, Irwin to third. So you've scored 2. Now you got the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position for the top of your lineup. So Ren Reynolds steps in. Coach Wren gives some signs, and boy, I tell you, safety squeeze back in play right here. We've seen Coach Wren safety squeeze and suicide squeeze this year, so Vacevic from the stretch. Mills is sort of pinching at first, not totally. Breaking pitch called, no, not a call to strike, pretty good pitch. So Gavin Bird is at third base, and Andrew Mills at first base for the Cavs defensively, and both of them maybe right even with the bag, and then as the pitcher throws, they're creeping in, anticipating a bunt. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses. It's 2-0. Well, you got a base open if you walk Reynolds here. Heath Hood waits on deck for the Apaches. Appreciate Mr. Sestito telling me his iScore is working. I have rebooted my phone to see if I can get mine to work. 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball up the middle. That'll score a run. It'll be a fielder's choice. Good job right there. A productive out for Ren Reynolds. And you're conceding the run there. RBI for Reynolds. And Irwin comes home. Lynn Weber to third. You got 2 outs in the inning, and this has been a very productive inning for the Apaches. You had a solo homer by Vega, a walk, an infield single, another infield single on bunts, a sacrifice bunt, and a routine grounder that scored the tying run. So you manufacture 3 runs. Actually, you manufacture the last 2. Vega, there's no manufacturing about the bomb he hit over left field wall. 1 ball, no strikes to Heath Hood. Hood flew out to left field or center field his first time up, 0 for 1. 1-0 pitch, swings through it. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Bottom of the second inning. We are now tied at 3. Heath Hood on the year, 441 average. Ground ball, second base. This is Garrett Felix up with it, throws over, and there's your inning. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house, but the Apaches strike back 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave a runner on, and we'll go to the 3rd inning. We're all tied at 3. Stay with us. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. 3-3 as we go to the 3rd inning. 6, 7, and 8 for Bossier Parish. Adams, Decker, and Franklin scheduled a hit. For Bossier, they got the black uniforms with the wine and gold trim, gray pants, got the wine socks and the wine maroon colored belt. There's a line drive up the middle, base hit. Boy, look out. Johnson smothered it, otherwise that's extra bases. Solid single for Jaden Adams. And here is DH Billy Decker. Walked with the bases loaded his first time up. Adams, left fielder. Pretty good lead at first. Tom Simmons, who only faced 1 batter to get out of any kind of trouble in the 2nd inning. It's the first hit he's given up. First pitch misses, it's 1-0. Well, I rebooted my phone and iScore still isn't working. So I'm curious to know. Mr. Sestito said it is working. I have no problem with iScore working on my computer, but it will not work on my phone, the app. So I don't know if Mr. Sestito is on a phone or if he's on a computer, but I love the computer version of iScore. It's really helpful and very visual, gives a lot of information. I'm not a fan of the app. There goes the runner. Throw down to second, and no, he beat the throw there. Pretty good jump by Adams, and he'll steal second and get into scoring position. It's first stolen base of the day for the Cavs. 2 balls, no strikes. Some questions out of the Tyler dugout about either the location. Trey Irwin got rid of that pretty quick, but Adams just outran the throw. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Simmons, and ball 4. It was low. First walk for Simmons. That is now 4 walks for Tyler pitching. And you got first and second, no one out here in the third for Ron Franklin, center fielder. Single to left, drove in a run his last time up in the first inning. As Bozier tries to retake the lead. They took a 3-0 lead in the first. The Apaches countered with 3 in the second. We're tied. Breaking pitch low. Irwin, a good job of blocking that pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Bozier with 3 runs on 5 hits. The Apaches 3 runs on 3 hits. We're in the top of the third inning. Haven't heard back from Mr. Ed about the length of this game. It's doubleheader scheduled today. We're just not 100% sure if it's first game is a 7 or the first game is a 9. Wild pitch gets past Irwin. That ball was in the dirt. And both runners move up, so that's a costly mistake right there. As 2 free bases for the Cavs puts 2 guys in scoring position with nobody out. And Franklin with a 2-0 count. Next pitch, gonna miss, 3-0. I've just sent a note to Mr. Ed here. We'll see if he can get the definitive word. He's telling me 7. So we're playing 7. We're already in the third inning. Fastball misses. Second walk in the inning for Simmons. That's 5 overall for Tyler pitchers. Bases loaded. Now you got a double play in order. Here's Mason Hammonds, the 9 hitter. Struck out looking to end the first inning. 0 for 1 in this one. First pitch. Solid strike. Hammonds, well, let's see here. On the year, 462 average. He's got a double and 3 RBI. Freshman shortstop for the Cavs. Here's the 0-1. Boy, he dropped a breaking pitch right over the outside corner. And it's 0-2. You need a strikeout, infield pop-up. You would take a 1-2-3 double play. You'd take a 5-4-3 triple play. All kinds of things you'd take right here. Simmons from the stretch. The pitch. Tapper foul. Third base side. Do it again at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Tom Simmons from the stretch. The next pitch, a little chopper. This is a tough play. Davis cuts it off, gets the out at first base, but the run will score. It's 4-3 Cavs on the fielder's choice. Good play by Dalton Davis. Hammonds will get an RBI, and everyone else moves up a spot. Jaden Adams comes home to score the 4th run for Bozier, and they lead at 4-3. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out for Garrett Felix. Let's see in a 7-inning game if you're going to bring these guys in. You're not. You're going to concede the run here. A little surprised. Garrett Felix, 1 for 2, a single to left and a fly ball to left. Boy, he fought that one off. Fights it down the third base line off the net above the Bozier dugout. Strike 1. Well, Vega is even with the bag at third. Davis a step or 2 behind third base. As we've seen Felix, the second baseman, go to the other way in both at bats. 0-1. Well, a routine grounder to Lynn Weber or Ren Reynolds is going to score a run. It's 4-3 Bossier. In the top of the third, we're playing 7 here in the opener. Foul tip and held on to by Irwin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, you'd love to get a strikeout right here of Garrett Felix if you're Tom Simmons. Try to keep this thing right where it's at. 4-3 Bossier. Well, now time called. Well, do have a nice crowd of folks here at Mike Carter on a muggy Sunday. The 1-2. Way up and way out. We're now past noon, so Sunday afternoon. Just about an hour into this ball game. We're in the top of the third. Bossier leads at 4-3. Two-two pitch. That's going to miss. 3-2. Appreciate Mr. Cavell with his comments. Yeah, the Region 14 series, and Tyler plays the 7-9 doubleheaders as well. We just had gotten word up here that the first game might be 9, but the thing about that is that, and here's the 3-2 pitch, ball 4. So Garrett Felix draws the 1-out walk. Now you have the double play in order. That's 3 walks in the inning, 6 in the ball game for Tyler pitching. Bases loaded for Gavin Bird. If the first game goes extra innings, even if it goes 8 innings, that second game will automatically revert to a 7. If you play the 9 first and then that second one goes extra, you don't really have the option to do that. So typically, Mr. Umpires don't want to be out here any longer than they have to be. If you did go extra in the first game, the second one automatically reverts to a 7. So that's a lot of times why they'll keep that first game at a 7-inning ball game. Fastball misses high. Ball 1 to Gavin Bird. He got hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first. Lined out to Dalton Davis in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 today. Appreciate the feedback on the live chat. If you haven't chimed in yet, let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. Maybe even what the weather is. I'm always curious to know what the weather is where you're at. 1-0 pitch. That fastball misses high, 2-0. We started the ball game at 75 degrees here in East Texas. And we'll try to keep an eye on that here as the game progresses. We're staying at 75 right now. Not supposed to get any warmer than that. Ooh, 2-0 pitch. Mr. Umpire took a minute to think about it and decided, nah, that's close enough. 2-1, much to the surprise of Gavin Bird. 1 out, bases full of Cavs. 4-3, they lead it in the top of the third inning. Tom Simmons from the stretch. 2-1 pitch off the plate, 3-1. Well, you got nowhere to put Bird here. As you got Felix at first, Franklin at second, Decker at third. A 3-1 count. Got to believe Bird's going to get something good to whack at here. And he drops a breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. Probably not what Bird was expecting, and he took it. So now bases loaded with a 3-2 count. Well, you don't really see them start the runners here, but wouldn't be crazy to do that. 3-2 pitch. Well hit, center field. Jack Johnson on his horse had to do a little leap at the end there, and it's a sac fly for Gavin Bird. Good at bat by Bird. Off the bat, it looked like Johnson had a beat on it in center, but at the last minute, he had to do a little bit of a jump to make the catch. And coming home to score is Billy Decker, and it's 5-3 Bossier. And Coach Rubenthal going to go out and give Tom Simmons just a, no, he's not. He's going to take the ball. New pitcher for the Apaches. We'll let you know who it is in just a minute. All right, the new pitcher is Adam Davis, right-handed freshman from Melissa, Texas, 6'3" and 205. And for Adam Davis, his 4th appearance of the year. He has started a game. He's 2-0 with a 5.87 ERA. 7 2/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts and 6 walks for the freshman from Melissa, Texas, Adam Davis. He takes over for Tom Simmons with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 on. And Gabriel Cabrera at the plate. A walk and an infield single for Cabrera. He's 1 for 1 today. Off the plate. Ball 1. Well, I remember talking to Coach Rubenthal the other day about some of these Bossier games, and I know that he said one of them was going to be a Johnny Holstaff day, and I think this is the game. Little chopper, tough play off the glove of Davis, and it's a single. Adam Davis did all he could to glove that ball, and it just trickled off his glove. It's going to be an infield single for Cabrera. 1B1 in my book, and over to 3rd goes Franklin. To 2nd goes Felix. You got 2 outs, bases full of Cavs again for Cole Ketzner. So really important here to see if Davis can keep things right here. 5-3, the Cavs have scored 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. Way outside, ball 1. Cole Ketzner has struck out swinging and singled to right field his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Ketzner, the freshman, 280 average on the year. He's got 3 homers and 9 RBI. Very capable and productive hitter right here. There's a reason he's batting cleanup for the Cavs. I want to be careful right here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ketzner is the 8th batter of the inning for Bossier. 1-1 pitch. Off the plate, 2-1. Irwin tried to frame that ball, but it was well off the plate. Well, my iScore still isn't working, so not sure. I'd be asking iScore for a fix or a refund. 2-1 pitch. It's going to miss low. 3-1. 1 pitch away from issuing a bases-loaded walk to Cole Ketzner. Andrew Mills waits on deck. Adam Davis On in relief of Simmons here in the top of the third. Deep breath, the pitch. He might have swung at ball 4. It was way inside. It was a fastball. So it's a full count. Runners will be off with this pitch. 5-3 Bozier, top of the third inning. Bozier now with 6 hits in this ball game. 3-2 pitch. Off the plate, ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk for Cole Ketzner. He'll get an RBI. First walk of the outing for Adam Davis. And that's now 7 walks for Tyler pitching in this one. The 9th batter of the inning is Andrew Mills. Sac fly to right and a fly ball to right. He's flied out twice to right field. First time up, got an RBI sac fly. First pitch is as well hit to center. Johnson going back, and catches it right on the warning track for the final out of the inning. That's going F8 in my scorebook. But the Cavs bring 9 batters to the plate, and they score 3 runs of their own on 2 hits. And boy, a bunch of walks in that inning really helped the cause. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks in the inning helped the cause. Your new score for Mike Carter as you go to the bottom of the third inning. We're playing 7. It's 6-3 Bozier. All right, the mystery's been solved here. I don't know what. I took my Wi-Fi off my phone, and I'm into the iScore. So, something about the Wi-Fi up here will not let me download or show. It'll show some information, but it won't go into the detailed information. 0-1 pitch to Johnson. Boy, he takes a big swing and an off-speed pitch. Left-on-left matchup here, and it's 0-2. Johnson walked his first time up. 6-3 Bozier, bottom of the third inning. We're playing 7 here, so not real baseball here in the opener. Playing a 7-inning ball game. You got to do this a lot of times in the junior colleges because you just can't play those everything in a 9-inning format because of the economics of the situation. Not a huge fan of doubleheaders either, but sometimes you have to do it. Most junior college conferences play their share of doubleheaders. A lot of the Division I schools, the 4-year schools, play single 9s all the time, but even those schools on occasion, when weather hits, they're going to have to play doubleheaders. But the economics of junior college baseball just don't allow for teams to stay overnight, pay for meals and lodging and all that kind of stuff. So you play some 7-inning games along the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jake Johnson. Strike 3 call. Johnson didn't like it, but Mr. Umpire is the only opinion that matters here. And that's the first strikeout for Johnny Vacevic. Here's Dalton Davis. He popped up to short his first time up, 0 for 1. So I'll have to retract my request for a refund. That ball's well hit into the left center gap. Base hit, could be 2. Davis will hit first, chug into second with a stand-up double. And Davis continues to swing a hot bat. So he'll go to second, 1 out. Here's Miguel Vega. Vega hit a solo home run his first time up over the left field wall. Got an 18-foot high wall all around this ballpark. And Vega caught one, and that's going to be all for Johnny Vacevic. We'll let you know who the new Bossier pitcher is when we return. All right, the new pitcher is Landon Foster for the Bossier Parish Cavaliers. 6 foot 195, right-handed freshman out of Ruston, Louisiana. Ruston High School. And no, he did not throw in the other game. So first appearance in the series for Foster. I'll pull some season numbers up for the young man. For Landon Foster, outing number 3 on the season. 0-0 with a 4.91 ERA, 3 2/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts, 4 walks for the freshman from Ruston, Louisiana. Landon Foster will take over for Johnny Vacevic, who got a nice round of applause from the Cavs fans as he exited the ball game. 1 out, 1 on. First pitch to Vega in there, strike 1. Well, sometimes you make these moves as a manager, Coach Gilliam and his staff. Maybe they just like the matchup a little better between Landon Foster and Miguel Vega, who took left-handed starter Vacevic out of here his first time up. The 0-1. Breaking pitch misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, the right-on-right matchup is kind of a logical move. And evidently that Vacevic might have gotten to his pitch count here, as Coach Gilliam may be going Johnny Holstaff as well. And that's going to miss. 2 balls and a strike. Vega 1 for 1 today with the home run. Davis at second after the stand-up double. 2-1 pitch, little chopper foul. It's over toward the third base dugout. Well, the next couple of days, tomorrow's supposed to be really kind of wet here in East Texas. We're supposed to get up to 2 inches between now and Monday night. Tuesday morning. So the Apaches are supposed to play tomorrow at Panola. That game's going to be really questionable with the weather. Fly ball, right field, out of play. And we'll do it again at 2-2. I'm not sure what the status of that game will be and whether we'll know anything. I may try to. You can't. The situations as they exist, all the weather forecast tells me there's no way we're playing at Panola tomorrow, but I don't know. Sometimes you don't cancel it until you actually get to that day. 2-2 pitch. Boy, just low, not by much. Not sure I could have taken that with 2. Vega gets the call. It's 3-2. With 1 out and 1 aboard. Luke Johnson is the DH. He's on deck for the Apaches. Right-hander Landon Foster from the stretch. Boy, just off the plate, ball 4. Didn't miss by much. Vega, a couple of close takes there. And first walk of the day for Foster. It's 3 walks for Bozier pitching. First and second, it really doesn't hurt you, as now you have a double play in order. Luke Johnson walked his first time up. First pitch drilled high and deep left center field. Is there going to stay off the wall? Didn't know if it was going to stay in here or not. Hit halfway up the wall. 1 run comes home. Here comes the second run. The throw to the plate is not in time. The big fella picking it up and putting it down. Miguel Vega. He got the green light from Coach Trahan over there, and he came flying around third base. I didn't know if he had that in him. So Davis scored easily on the double by Johnson, and Vega came flying around third base. It's a 2 RBI double for Luke Johnson. And it's now a 1-run game. 6-5 as Trey Irwin steps in with Johnson the tying run at second base and 1 out. Well, that ball had a chance to get out of here. And again, we got an 18-foot high wall out there, so probably hit 8 or 9 feet up on that wall. I don't know if it was by the Slim Chicken sign on that fence, but somewhere in that neighborhood. I thought it had a chance to get out of here when it came off the bat because it was high quickly. 1-0 pitch. Going to miss low. 2 balls and no strikes. Landon Foster, the second pitcher for Bozier. So that first run is going to be charged to Vacevic, but Vega's run will be charged to Foster. 2-0 pitch. Off the plate, 3-0. Well, if Irwin reaches here, it would be Lindweber on deck for the Apaches. Here's the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Cavaliers 6 runs on 6 hits. The Apaches 5 runs on 5 hits. 3-1 delivery. Ball 4. Irwin draws the walk. Second walk given by Foster. 4 walks in the game for Bozier pitching. The bases are loaded. No, sorry. First and second. And that's going to bring a visit from the pitching coach for Bozier Parish. Nobody tossing in that Cav bullpen, so this is maybe a little skull session on how to handle the short game, because the Apaches have been very very aggressive with the bunting so far in this ballgame. We've seen 3 bunts. And so you might go bunt and run. You might go, there's a lot of things you can do here with 1 out and 2 on. We'll see what Coach Wren, he's going to have a powwow in front of the first base dugout. And we're ready to play baseball here. Everybody goes back to their spots. Johnson at second, Irwin at first. Luke Johnson just hit a 2-run double to tighten this ball game. It's 6-5 Bossier. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning of a 7-inning opening game. Doubleheader day here at the ballpark. First pitch. Misses high and away, ball 1. We're at the 8th spot in the Tyler lineup. Tyler Lindweber, an RBI single on a bunt his first time up. Well, I don't know if he did bunt. Runners are moving, and you can't come up with the pitch. Double steal. Kind of thought something was in order there, and sure enough, Coach Redden dialed up the double steal. Cole Ketzner, in the transition from receiver to thrower, that ball popped out of the glove, and there's no shot at getting either runner there. So double steal, second and third. Now you got the tying run 90 feet away, the go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out and a 2-0 count on Lindweber. And now you do have that safety squeeze in order. We'll see how they play it. 2-0 pitch. Off the plate. 3-0. Well, going to be doubtful that you're going to squeeze on a 3-0 pitch as someone runs down to the Cavalier bullpen and maybe get things going down there. You do have a right-hander tossing now for the Cavs. 3-0, the pitch. Ball 4, it's high. Well, generally, if the pitcher's going to walk the world, you'll let him do it. And that's the 3rd walk of the inning for Landon Foster, and that might be all. As it looks like, sure enough, you're going to the bullpen. Coach Gilliam is going to take Landon Foster out. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is. Right-hander's throwing there, so we'll let you know who that is when we return. It's 6-5, but the bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Back in just a minute. All right, the new pitcher is Dylan Hill. 6'3", 210, right-handed freshman out of Garland, Texas. Dylan Hill will take over with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. And a little rough go of it for Landon Foster. Foster came in, walk, double, walk, walk. So these runners are all Fosters. 9-hitter Alec Williams steps in from the left side. Laid down a bunt his first time up. So he's 0 for 0 in this one. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. Kessner had to come out of his crouch to get that. So going from the full windup, Williams going to look at a 1-0 offering right here. Low, 2-0. 6-5, Bosier's holding on to a 1-run lead. But the bases are full of Apaches with Alec Williams at the plate and only 1 out. Big right-hander Hill. 2-0 pitch, not close, and the hat's coming off every pitch. And it's 3-0. Well, you got 16 innings to navigate here if you're in that Bosier dugout. You're on your 3rd pitcher right now. Nobody tossing at the moment. Well, going to be called a strike there. Williams took half a step toward first as if to take the 4-pitch walk, but he'll be back into the box here. Now with a 3-1 count. Johnson at 3rd, Irwin at 2nd, Lindweber at 1st. Dylan Hill, the wind, the 3-1 up the middle. You catch it, you thrift the 2nd, and you get 1, but that's all you're going to get. We're tied at 6 on a fielder's choice off the bat of Alec Williams. That was a really nice play by Mason Hammonds. He took that ball behind the bag and backhand flipped it to Garrett Felix to at least get 1 out. So 6-4. Williams aboard at first base. Lindweber out at second base. Really nice defensive play there. But another run comes home, and we're tied at 6. Luke Johnson scored. Irwin to 3rd. So runners on the corners for Tyler. And here's Ren Reynolds, 0 for 2. Does have an RBI on a ground ball his last time up. Flew out to center back in the 1st inning. So the Apaches leadoff hitter, Ren Reynolds, will get up for his 3rd time in 3 innings. He is the 8th batter here in inning number 3. We've had some long innings in this ball game. The Cavaliers have batted around twice in this game, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Apaches brought 7 batters to the plate in the 2nd inning, and now they have 8 batters at least here in the 3rd. Closing in on 2 hours old, and we're just in the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch off the plate, 3-0. Well, talked about the long layoff both these squads had from real competition. That didn't change much from Thursday. All it did was add 2 more off days to the mix. I think Tyler had 15 days off and Bosier 17 days off with the ice storm we had last week. And as we noted on the Thursday broadcast, to me, just watching these 2 clubs compete, the pitchers are having the biggest challenge getting back into a rhythm. Another walk, and the bases are full of Apaches. That's the first walk for Hill. 6 walks now for Bosier pitching. The 9th batter of the inning is Heath Hood. He grounded out to second base to end the 2nd inning. First pitch. Outside corner fastball, strike 1. Hood is 0 for 2 today. Fouls the fastball off. It's quickly 0-2 on the Apache left fielder. Hood flew out to center in the first inning and grounded out to second in the second inning. So he'll get his third at bat in 3 innings here in this third inning. 0-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. We're tied at 6. The pitch. Just off the plate. Hood lays off a pretty tough pitch right there. And it's 1-2. Well, as I look at the landscape here, we've had 1 called third strike in this ball game. Jacob Johnson took a third strike to lead this inning off. The 1-2. Ground ball, second base. This should do it. And Felix flips it over. And that's the inning. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house, but the Apaches, they put 3 more runs on the board in the third inning on 2 hits. The big hit being a 2-run double off the bat of Luke Johnson that hit halfway up the wall in left field. Your new scores, we go to the 4th. We're playing 7 here in the opener. It's 6-6. Back in a minute. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Top of the 4th inning, swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 on left fielder Jaden Adams. Single to center field his last time up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Yeah, we are just got a text message from Captain Chuck Smith, who's at the ballpark today. We're on pace for like a 7-hour, 7-inning game here. I may have to start another stream here. Initially, I'd set up an 8-hour stream for the doubleheader. Pop up right field, plenty of room for Williams and right. Makes the grab, 1 out. Well, we'll see if the pace of the game picks up a bit, but if we're going to play 9 in that nightcap, trying to beat the rain, my understanding is our streaming service won't allow more than an 8-hour stream. And if we go too long in this one, that the end of that second game might get cut off. So I will probably start a new stream if this one continues to drag. That's what we've done in the last couple double headers, is just let the stream run and then restart the sound for game 2. And we are getting some showers, pretty light showers, move into the western part of Smith County. Up by Van and Hideaway and Lindale, they're starting to get some sprinkles up that way. Athens starting to get into it a little bit too, so it's moving our way. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So 2 up and 2 down as Decker strikes out. first strikeout for Adam Davis. And third strikeout for Tyler pitching with 2 away. Here's Ron Franklin, 1 for 1 on the day, single to left field back in the first inning. Does have an RBI, and he walked in the third. Pitch is in there, strike 1. Well, the line of Showers is pretty, well, I don't know. It's hard to know. I don't know if it's going to jeopardize the game. But doesn't appear to be filled in that much, so it may just kind of move through and be out of here, but we'll just have to see about that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off the plate, 2-1. Six runs on 6 hits for Bozier, 6 runs on 5 hits for the Tyler Apaches. Top of the 4th, grounder in the hole. Lindweber knocks it down in the shallow left. It's a single. 2-out single for Franklin. Lindweber dove in the hole and got a glove on it, but it trickled out into shallow left, and Hood picked it up and threw it in. 9-hitter is Mason Hammonds. Struck out looking. Grounded out to third base. Got an RBI his last time up. Hit a chopper at Dalton Davis. There's a wild pitch, and down to second goes Franklin. Trey Irwin had to reach far to his right. Got a glove on it, but couldn't secure the baseball. And down to second goes Ron Franklin. Well, the go-ahead run in scoring position now for the Cavs. We're in the top of the 4th. 6-6 is our score. Fouled out of plates. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we are playing a doubleheader today, Miss Callahan. We've been notified this first game is a 7-inning ball game, and the second one scheduled to be 9. It's 6-6 here in the 4th. The 1-1 pitch off the plate, 2-1. Adam Davis came on with 2 outs in the 3rd inning for the Apaches on the mound. Both teams have used 3 pitchers so far. And we're in the 4th inning, so a bit of a Johnny Holstaff approach really for both managers here. Here's the 2-1. Line drive and caught. Nice job by Lindweber. Couple of hard steps to his right and a dive, and he makes the catch. That's going to go L6 in my book, and a star going by that one. Probably saved a run right there. We'll head to the 4th inning, or bottom of the 4th rather, and we're still tied at 6. All right, Jacob Johnson steps in for the Apaches. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. 3-1 pitch misses outside. He's drawn a leadoff walk here to start the fourth. It's the second walk of the day for Dylan Hill. And that's now 7 walks for Cav pitching. Here's Dalton Davis. He doubled to center field his last time up. He's 1 for 2, excuse me. In a 6-6 game, we're in the bottom of the fourth, playing 7 here in the opener. Rain kind of moving towards us here. Probably in the next 30 or 40 minutes. Don't know how heavy it's going to be, but Lindale is starting to get some sprinkles. No balls and a strike to Davis. Boy, ball gets away and the pickoff, and Johnson will hustle to second base. That's going to be an E1. He's going to try to get to third. Here's the throw. He's going to make it. Good hustle by Jacob Johnson. It's a 2-base throwing error. And the go-ahead run at third base with no one out. Boy, I think you might want to walk Dalton Davis right here. Just put him on. He is so hot with the bat. The pitching coach in the dugout just kind of shrugging his shoulders now. What are we supposed to do here? From the full windup, the 0-1. He's going to have to try to intentional walk. Maybe you get Davis to go fishing at some pitches out of the zone. You don't want to give him anything to hit here. And 4 hits at Shreveport against this Cavalier team. He fights off a pitch into right field, shallow. Can't make the play. Cabrera short-hopped it, and in comes Johnson, and it's 7-6 Apaches. A little surprised they pitched to him there. It's going to be a single by Davis to right field. Cabrera did everything he could. Came running in and actually short-hopped it. Looked like he almost caught it. Slid down and got rid of it quick, but pretty good base running there by Johnson to score. And it's 7-6 Apaches on the RBI single off the bat of Dalton Davis. It was a fastball in, just kind of muscled it to the other way. And here's Vega, a solo homer and a walk. 1 for 1, he scored twice. In there, strike 1. Vega hitting in the 5 position for the Tyler Apaches today. Davis at first, nobody out. There he goes. Not going to make a throw. It's a stolen base for Dalton Davis. Well, the Apaches continue to be aggressive on the bases. They lead by 1 now. As they take the lead for the first time today. Bozier scored 3 in the first. Apaches tied it in the second. Bozier scored 3 more in the third. Apaches tied it in their half of the third. Ball's drilled to center. Going back is Franklin, and he'll make the catch right in front of the wall. Boy, that was a bullet off the bat of Miguel Vega. And good jump by Ron Franklin. He catches it right in front of the wall in center field. So that'll be the first out of the inning. A hard out to center. And here's Luke Johnson, and Johnson just about took one out of here his last time up to left field. Left center, he drilled a ball off the wall in the gap. And he steps in with 1 out and 1 aboard. Davis at second. Wouldn't be surprised if you kind of turn him loose to third here. And there's the pick. And you had Garrett Felix with the daylight play trying to keep Davis close to second base. Definitely a threat to take third here. And there he goes. And he's going to get there without a throw. Well, you keep the pressure on, and sure enough, 2 more steals for Dalton Davis. Stole second, stole third. And with Johnson up, and you're going to bring your infield in now. You're in the bottom of the fourth of a 7-inning game. You're already down by 1. In there for a strike, it's 1-1. 7-6-0 for the Apaches, 6-7-1 for the Bossier Parish Cavaliers. Bottom of the fourth. We're about fly ball well hit to right. Going back is Cabrera. He's got a long run and makes the catch on the warning track. Boy, he had to go a long way. Easily scores Davis. There's where the stolen bases come in. Johnson gets the sac fly to right field to get an RBI, his third of the day. Davis scores for the second time, and it's 8-6 Apaches. That aggressive base running pays off right there. You steal second, you steal third, and now that fly ball gets the run in. Nobody on, 2 away for Trey Irwin. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. And the hat's coming off every pitch for Dylan Hill. Might have to get a smaller hat. Either that or a haircut. Might have a little salad under there. Pitch is going to miss off the plate. 2-0. The Apaches, after putting a donut on the board in the first inning, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and 2 more here in the fourth. They lead it 8-6. Both these programs kind of getting back in the rhythm of playing some consistent baseball. Apaches have, this is their, I guess, third game of the week. Played at Northeast. Actually, 4th game of the week. They played here against the Northeast Texas Eagles, and then went up to Mount Pleasant, and then played a game at Shreveport. So this is the 4th game of the week. So little by little, the hitters have been able to handle the long layoff and have gotten back into a rhythm here, but the pitching staffs of both squads still struggling to find their footing. A 2-out walk to Irwin brings up Tyler Lindweber. Popping the leather, strike 1. That's the 3rd walk for Hill, the 8th walk for Cavalier pitching. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. We've already seen Irwin steal a bag. That's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away. You throw it to second. Great base run in there by Trey Irwin. As soon as he saw that ball get away from Cole Ketzner behind the plate, he took off. And Coach Wren, it might have got the umpire. He's got his mask off. Coach Wren going to go out and make sure he's okay. I think he took it in the throat. The umpire's got a regulation mask with a little bitty throat protector. They do make those extended throat protectors, and they also make the hell mask that the umpires and catchers can wear. But he's got the old style mask with just the built-in little throat protector, and so his throat's going to be a little more exposed than if he'd had that other thing on. And I think that's where he took it. He's kind of rolling his neck around a little bit as if he took it off the lower throat collarbone area. Thankfully, he's okay. These umpires and catchers, man, they get beat up back there. They got a lot of gear on, but they still get a lot of nicks and bumps and bruises. Irwin is at second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Wild pitch moves him to third base. Well, the Apaches are getting a little help this inning, but they're taking full advantage. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Lindweber in the 8th spot in the Tyler lineup. The 6th batter of this 4th inning. The pace of this game is absolutely horrendous. Fly ball right field, this should do it. Cabrera puts it in the glove for the final out. F9 if you're scoring at the house. But the Apaches put up 2 more runs on 1 hit. Leave a guy on, and we go to the top of the 5th inning. This is a 7. It's 8-6 Tyler. Top of the Cavalier lineup, first pitch from Adam Davis, ball 1 to Garrett Felix. 1 for 2 on the day. He has a walk and a single to left back in the first inning. Foul tip held on to by Irwin. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-6 our score, top of 5 of a 7-inning game. The rain is creeping. It's now inside the loop in North Tyler. And it's kind of moving west to east. And it's likely we'll get some of this start sprinkles here. Doesn't look like a heavy line of showers. I don't think it's going to jeopardize things here necessarily, but as the rain fills in behind it there to the west, we'll just have to see how this plays out. The artificial surface will definitely help the cause. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball out of play down the left field corner. And that's 3 balls, 2 strikes. We are going to start to get some rain here probably in the next 20 minutes or so. We'll probably get some before this one's over. And at this pace, easily. A leadoff walk to the leadoff hitter, Felix, here in the 5th inning. Here's Gavin Bird. Well, Davis came on in the 3rd inning. That's his 3rd walk. 6 walks now for Tyler pitching. First pitch in there, strike 1 to Gavin Bird. Gavin Bird got hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, lined out to 3rd in the 2nd inning, and had an RBI sac fly in the 3rd inning. There goes the runner, and can't handle the pitch. And it's a stolen base. So both of these managers staying aggressive on the bases. And right now, why not? You haven't had anybody thrown out by either team. And catcher's having trouble fielding the pitch, much less throw anybody out. Tying run at the plate. Tyler leads at 8-6 here, top of 5. We're at the 2 spot in the Bossier lineup. Well, the last couple of broadcasts, we've had issues with the stream slipping off, so I put my email address in the live chat comments. just in case something goes amiss here. I'd have no reason. When we're at home here, we have a hard line that we tap into. So we have had very little, if any, problems here at Mike Carter Field. It's just when we have to use the hot spot for whatever reason, sometimes it slips off. And most of our road games are going to be using that hot spot. Normally, it's pretty consistent. We have issues with it, but a couple of broadcasts this year on the road have slipped off. So we just want to make sure you got a mechanism to let me know that. I had a game the other day that I broadcast more than 2 innings without knowing I was off. That's a little frustrating. So fastball misses, 3-2. We missed the Dalton Davis home run. I was getting text messages as the Apaches traveled home, wondering if Davis is. He almost hit for the cycle, and I got on Coach Trahan not sending him to third because he had everything but the triple, and he hit a double. And Coach Trahan held him up at second, or didn't bring him on.
Now batting number 10.
Well, back-to-back walks here in the 5th inning. 4 walks for Davis, 7 walks for the Apache pitching staff. First and second, still no one out. The 3-hitter Gabriel Cabrera steps in. He's 2 for 2. There goes the runner to third. You throw it down and safe. The ball got there early, but Davis had to bring the tag back, and he looked safe to me. I know from the fan standpoint, Coach Wren's going to go out and actually ask him what he saw there. And I'm not sure what he's going to hear other than Mr. Umpire thought that he slid around the tag. I thought he might have slid around the tag too. The one thing that Dalton Davis did, he reached forward, caught that ball, and he brought it back. And I'm telling you right now, the ball travels faster in the air than you can swipe it back. And the only thing I could think of, Mr. Umpire had a great view on that pitch, and I thought he might have got there around the tag. That's the only thing I saw. The ball seemed to beat the runner there, and that's why everyone reacted the way they did. But I could see where it's possible that the runner, who's Garrett Felix, slid around the tag. Maybe not, though. We don't have the replay readily available. But those of you at home, you can just kind of scroll back and see if you think he was out. Curious to hear. I'm sure the Cav fans thought that he was there, and the Apache fans maybe thought he was out. Either way, I'm a little surprised that both runners didn't go. Now you got runners in the corners with, because if you pull if generally you know, especially if you have that guy at second base take off, you want to teach that guy at first, go ahead with him. Boy, popping the leather. It's 3-1. If you did have a runner at second, you'd have the tying runs in scoring position here. Third baseman Gavin Bird at first base now for the Cavs. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Well, that's 5 walks for Davis, 8 walks for Tyler pitching. And that will bring up, well, that's going to be all for Adam Davis. Coach Rippenthal's made the motion to the bullpen. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is when we return. 8-6 Apaches, but the Cavs threatening here with the bases loaded in the top of the 5th. Nobody out. All right, the new Apache pitcher is Clayton Kelly. Clayton Kelly would get his second appearance of the year. He's thrown 2 innings so far for the Apaches. And he actually has 1 win under his belt. He's 1-0 with an 0.00 ERA. 2 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks for the freshman from Fort Worth, Texas. 6'1" and 180, Clayton Kelly takes over with nobody out. Bases loaded here in the 5th. Apaches have a 2-run advantage, 8-6. This first game is scheduled for a 7-inning ball game. We have rain moving into the area here on the radar, and the snail's pace of this game. We're going to get wet at some point. Just don't know how much it's going to rain. Doesn't look like it's real heavy at the moment, but it could fill in and it could be heavier as it gets closer. Cole Ketzner steps in. 1 for 2. He struck out, singled to right, walked. First pitch in there, strike 1. Clayton Kelly takes over for Adam Davis. As the Cavs threaten here in the top half of the 5th. Wind up. 0-1 low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. The full windup. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. Ketzner kind of glanced back at Mr. Umpire. He's a catcher there, so he's sitting right in front of him for half the game. Those are buddies. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Full windup. The pitch. Off the hands, up the middle. Lindweber will step on second, throw to first, double play. Nicely done by Tyler Lindweber. And 1 run does score, so no RBI for Ketzner there. It goes 6-3 on the double dip. Bird to third. Felix comes home to score, and it's a 1-run game, 8-7. Andrew Mills steps in with a runner at third, 2 outs. Well, that's about as good as you could hope for there with bases loaded, nobody out. A fastball that got in on the fists of Ketzner and kind of a slow roller or slow grounder that was nicely handled by Lindweber. Stepped on second and threw with his off foot and got the runner at first base. Boy, thought about calling it a strike, changed his mind. 2 balls, no strikes. Andrew Mills, 3 fly balls today. 2 to right, 1 to center. The first one to right got a sac fly out of it. Called a strike. 2-1. And Mills stepped out of the box and gritted his teeth as if to say, boy, I should have swung at that one. 2-1, 2 away. The tying run 90 feet away for the Cavs. Outside corner. And Mills thought that was outside. Deuce is wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Cavs have scored a run here from the windup. This is Clayton Kelly and just foul tipped it a bit, and Mills stays alive. Kelly has picked up the pace of this game a little bit by working a little quicker than these previous pitchers. Has the sign, goes right into his windup, the 2-2. Little tapper foul. We'll do it again. Eight, 6-0 for the Tyler Apaches. 7-1 for the Bossier Parish Cavaliers. Clayton Kelly trying to get the Apaches off the field. In the dirt, good block by Irwin. And the count goes full. Well, Jaden Adams waits on deck for the Cavaliers. Should Andrew Mills reach here? Here's the payoff. Strike 3 called. Haven't seen a lot of those today. Backwards K's. 4th strikeout of the day for Tyler pitching. And the first strikeout for Clayton Kelly. And it leaves Gavin Bird down at third base. And so the Apaches will hold on to a 1-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Tyler 8, Bozier 7. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com.
Now batting number 3, Alec Williams.
9-1-2 for the Apaches. This is Alec Williams for the 3rd time. Sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning. Hit into a fielder's choice to short in the 3rd. Solid fastball. Strike 1 from Dylan Hill. Hill came in with 1 out in the 3rd inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th right now. 8-7 Apaches. Swing and a foul back. That's going to get well clear of the Avalon. Over toward the Tyler Rosegarden. Tyler Rosegarden off to our left here at part of the Rose City complex. The Harvey Convention Center behind us and Rose Football Stadium off to the right. Called a strike. 0-2 on Williams. Strike 3, excuse me. Well, back-to-back called 3rd strikes. Haven't had a lot of those, and we got 2 in a row. Strikeout. That's just a 2nd strikeout of the day for Cavalier pitching. 1st strikeout for Dylan Hill. Back to the top we go. This is Ren Reynolds. 0 for 2. He's got an RBI on a ground out and a walk. Off the plate, ball 1. Well, the rain that's on the radar doesn't appear to be heavy, and it doesn't appear to be consistent. Definitely some breaks. And we will probably feel a little bit of that before this one ends. And we already have Mr. Ed down there with the umbrella, so I don't see visual evidence of the rain yet, but other than the umbrella. Got some puddle. I got a puddle right behind the dugout at first base side, and as soon as it starts raining, we'll be able to see little drips. All right, so it's dripping. And there's a walk, a 1-out walk to Reynolds as the Apaches hold on to a 1-run lead here. Well, you got 9 walks in a 3rd innings for Bozier pitching. And let's see, 3, 4, 5. Trying to determine how many walks. I think that's 4 walks now for Hill. Reynolds at first, 1 away. Hood steps in, takes ball 1. 8-7 Apaches. bottom of the 5th inning of a 7-inning opening game. Going to play 2 here in Tyler today. Boy, that was pretty close. Ren Reynolds kind of lackadaisical getting back to the bag there, and some of the Bossier faithful thought he might have been out. Little check swing. This is going to be a tough play, and you can't get the runner at first, but you do flip it over and get Hood at first base. You tried to put the tag on Reynolds, who was going from first to second. He was by Garrett Felix by the time he could apply the tag, so he went ahead and took the out at first base. Jacob Johnson steps in with 2 outs, and Reynolds at second base. Ren Reynolds does not have a stolen base yet in this 2021 campaign. As a team, the Apaches have swiped 40 bags in 10 games. Pretty good pace. First pitch to Johnson, in there, strike 1. Jacob Johnson has walked twice and taken the 3rd strike. He's 0 for 1. Apaches trying to extend their 8-7 advantage right here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Breaking pitch, pretty good spot, called a ball. Dylan Hill, the freshman from Garland, Texas, from the set position, the 1-1. Fly ball, shallow left field. Adams running in and makes the grab for the final out. He took a couple steps back and then came in and adjusted. No runs, no hits, 1 man left on base. We go to the 6th inning. Your score remains Tyler 8 and Bossier 7. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. 6, 7, and 8 for the Cavaliers as we go to the 6th inning. Jaden Adams will lead it off. 1 for 2 on the day for Adams. Walked in the 1st, base hit and scored in the 3rd. Flew out to right field his last time up. Chopper to 3rd. Davis on the big hop. Fires it over. 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. As Clayton Kelly works here for the Apaches in inning number 6. Billy Decker steps in. 2 walks and a strikeout for Decker. First pitch is low. Ridley Decker, a freshman. He's in the DH role today. He does not have a hit yet this year. 0 for 4 coming in. Called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-7. Tyler leads it, top of the 6th. The pitch. Late on the fastball, off to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, what I do like about Clayton Kelly as he's come into this ball game is he has come in with a good pace. He works quick, gets a sign, and goes to work. 1-2. Another fastball fouled off. Here's the next pitch. Good job by Irwin. Low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly has thrown 17 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. That's the way you do it. 2-2. High chopper foul. Third base line. Well, the extra players during this COVID time have been asked to sit in the bleachers to spread out a bit from the dugout. The dugouts are really small here, Mike Carter. 2-2 pitch, got him to chase the high fastball, and he struck him out. Second strikeout for Kelly, 5 strikeouts for Tyler pitching today. And with 2 outs and nobody aboard, here's the center fielder, Ron Franklin. Franklin 2 for 2. RBI single in the first inning. Walk and an infield single his last time up. Breaking pitch, called a strike. It's 0-1. Top of the 6th, nobody aboard. Off the plate, 1-1. Well, as strange as it sounds here, as the rain moves in, it's actually brightening up a bit here. So the clouds trying to break up a bit, but I think we're going to see a little bit more consistent sprinkles. We'll have to keep an eye on it. The umbrella's back up down there for Mr. Ed, and we can see sprinkles now in that puddle behind the first base dugout. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped out of play again, and we'll do it again. That's out of play to the right side. As those scattered sprinkles move into the area here. 1-2. Another fastball. He fouls it straight back. Well, there seems to be a line, but it's filling in, so I don't know that once we get some consistent rain here, we might have it for a little while. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Center fielder Ron Franklin, who is in the 8th position in the Cavalier lineup. Another breaking pitch blocked by Irwin, and it's a full count. Well, we have a right-hander in the Tyler bullpen. Three-two pitch. Strike 3 called. And boy, after early in the game not calling a lot of strikes off the plate, Mr. Umpire has called three batters out here in the last 2 innings. Strikeout number 3 for Clayton Kelly. That's 6 overall for Tyler pitching. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today by either team. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Apaches hold on to a 1-run lead. 4, 5, and 6 for the Apaches. This is Dalton Davis leading it off. Bottom of the 6th, the Apaches will try to add to an 8-7 lead. Davis 2 for 3 on the day, single and a double. He has scored 2 of the 8 runs for the Apaches. He's also driven 1 in last time up. Had a looping liner that Cabrera could not quite get to in time, and ended up getting an RBI and some really good base running by Jacob Johnson. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dalton Davis. It's going to miss low. Dylan Hill still in the game for Bozier on the mound. Davis starts the day, .526 average off the plate. 3 and 1. 4 doubles, 3 triples, a homer, 16 RBI in the first 10 games. Not a bad start for the Apache third baseman, and he'll draw a walk here. That's now 10 walks for Cavalier pitching. That's 5 walks for Dylan Hill. And here is Miguel Vega. Vega 1 for 2, a solo homer in the second. A walk and a line drive to center fielder Ron Franklin in the 4th inning. That's another line drive to center. Franklin playing deep, catches it right on the warning track. And Vega is barreling balls up. That's the first out. Another hard out from the big fella. And here's Luke Johnson. Johnson with 3 RBIs in this game. Walked and scored in the second. 2 RBI double in the third. A sac fly to right field in the fourth. So you want to look at a lot of the offense today. This guy's been right in the middle of a lot of it. Ground ball off the fist to third. Bird to second for 1. You relay it to first, not in time. So Johnson reaches on the fielder's choice. Davis out at second. 2 outs for Trey Irwin. Trey Irwin 1 for 1, a couple of walks today. Eight to 7 Apaches, bottom of the 6th inning. We're at the 7th spot in the Tyler lineup. First pitch in there, strike 1. Well, Johnson does have a stolen base here, and I gotta believe you might move him at some point in this at bat. Not moving here. And good job by Kessner to keep that ball close to the home plate area. Well, I guess I didn't see that comment from Miss Allen rooting for Dylan Hill. Appreciate the feedback on the live chat. You want to check in, let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. Pop up on the bunt attempt. It goes foul. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trey Irwin. Well, trying to figure out. I'm probably going to cut off this stream and start a second stream, as opposed to letting that first stream run, just in case we have another long game in game 2. We won't run out of streaming time. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 aboard. Trey Irwin at the plate. Trying to get his second hit of the day. Dylan Hill, the 6'3" right-handed freshman out of Garland, who came on with 1 out in the 3rd inning. Still on the mound for Bozier. The pitch off the plate. A full count to Trey Irwin. And now you got Andrew Mills is going to back off the first base bag. And Johnson will be off to the races here with this pitch. Pop up, this should do it. Felix at second is going to call everyone off. He'll make the grab. Boy, never a doubt there. And that'll go P4 in my book. And we will head to the 7th inning. If you're a Cavalier fan, you need 1 to tie and 2 to take the lead here. The Apaches need 3 outs and a 0 on the board to get their 5th win in a row and to stay undefeated in conference play. Back in just a minute with the 7th inning. All right, the new pitcher for the Apaches. Try to close this thing off. Reed Smith, 6'2", 215, right-handed freshman out of Lufkin, Texas. For Reed Smith, his 5th appearance of the year. That will tie for the team lead. 0-0 with a 3.18 ERA. 8 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks for the freshman from Lufkin, Reed Smith. 9-1-2 for the Cavaliers. Mason Hammonds takes strike 1. Hammond struck out looking, grounded out to third, and lined out to short. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to short. Lynn Weber can't make the play. Tried to take the backhand, and I don't know, just misplayed it. It's going to be an error, and that is the tying run at first base.
Now batting number 8, Garrett Felix.
Top of the lineup, Garrett Felix steps in. 2 walks, a fly ball to left, and a single to left. 1 for 2 on the day for the left-handed batting second baseman, Garrett Felix. First pitch in there, strike 1. It's so helpful to get ahead of these hitters. Now you got to go to pitching here. Apaches would love a double play ball. 0-1. Grind ball. Oh, it hit the runner. Runner is out. What a break for the Apaches, and almost dead ball. Okay, they tried to pick it up for the double play. So, boy, what a break for the Apaches. That was through the hole on the right side, and it drilled Mason Hammonds. There's nothing he could do. He tried to get out of the way, and it was just a bullet off the bat of Garrett Felix. So Felix will stay at first base. And I don't know. Here he goes. He's going to steal second, and he's going to get there. And so now you got the tying run in scoring position after the stolen base by Felix, and Bird at the plate. Pitcher's called a strike. Gavin Bird has gotten hit by a pitch, lined out to third, flied out to center, and walked. Smith going to try to keep the speedy Garrett Felix close to second here. 8-7 Apaches, top of the seventh of a 7-inning ball game. Doubleheader day at the ballpark. We're playing 7 in the opener, 9 in the nightcap. Here's the 0-1. Chopper, where's the ball? Smith's got it. He'll throw to first. The catcher, Trey Irwin, looked around. He couldn't find it. That traveled right off the plate and high in the air, and it went right to Smith. So now you have 2 outs. Over to third goes Felix. And now you got Cabrera at the plate. 2 walks and 2 singles. He's 2 for 2. Infield single both times. Here's the pitch. Line shot, base hit, we're tied. So Cabrera delivers and ties this ball game. With 2 outs in the 7th, Cabrera with an RBI single, and it's 8-8. Well, if this first game goes extra innings, the second game will automatically revert to a 7-inning game. So a save opportunity for Reed Smith, and he will not get the save now. Pretty good lead here for Cabrera. And they called it on a swinging strike, 0-1. This is the catcher, Cole Ketzner. 1 for 3 on the day for Ketzner. He's got a single to right to go with a strikeout, a walk, and a grounded into a double play. Really close. Miggy thought he might have had a pick off there and kind of hopped off the base hoping the umpire would agree with him, but not so. We said earlier, Cabrera with a pretty good lead. He's got that right foot just touching the green now, and he'll do it again. Step in a dive. A moment ago, he had that right foot way on the green part of that cutout over at first. And he's right back out there. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base side, fair ball, inside the line. Could be extra bases. Cabrera around second. He'll go to third. Second and third, 2 outs. Here come the Cavaliers with 2 outs in the 7th. So Cabrera with a single and Ketzner with a double. And just like that, going from one run down to tie ball game, 2 runs in scoring position. And Andrew Mills steps in, a sac fly in the first inning, fly ball to right in the second inning, a fly ball to center in the third inning, and he got called out on strikes in the 5th. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI today. 2 on, 2 outs, 7th inning. We're tied at 8. Line drive into right field. 1 run's coming home. Both of them are going to score. And Bozier has scored 3 with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Boy, clutch hitting. Single, double, single in the meat of their lineup. A 2 RBI single has given Bozier not only the lead, but a 2-run lead. And Coach Rubenthal with a visit to the mound. We'll let you know what happens here in just a minute. 10-8 Bozier. All right, Mr. Umpire, Chase Coach Ruppenthal off the mound here. Got a runner at first, 2 outs in the 7th of a 7-inning game. And the Cavs, 3 clutch hits in a row with 2 outs to take the lead. Fastball gets by Jaden Adams. Adams 1 for 3 on the day. It's 0-1. 10-8 Bossier. Next pitch from Smith is smothered by Irwin at the plate. Now you got energy coming to that Bossier dugout for the first time in a while, and with good reason. A 3-run 7th have given them a 2-run lead here. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back, 1-2. Well, unofficially, Bossier has left 9 on base, 7 in scoring position. The Apaches 7 on base and 5 in scoring position. 1-2 pitch misses, and it's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, there were 2 outs in the 7th inning. And you thought that Smith might be able to wiggle out of it, but that ball's well hit. Right field going back is Williams, but he'll make the grab on a well-hit ball. It's going to go F9 in my scorebook. But the Bossier Parish Cavaliers come up big with 2 outs in the 7th as they score 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave a guy on. Your new score, Bossier 10, Apaches 8. You need 2 to tie and 3 to walk them off. 8, 9, and 1 for the Apaches. Lynn Weber, Williams, and Reynolds scheduled to hit. All right, the Cavs have gone to their bullpen for the 3rd time today. Right-hand sophomore from Lafayette, Louisiana, 5'8", 175. Brandon Pope. Pope will take over for Dylan Hill. And for Brandon Pope, outing number 4 of the year, 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings. Struck out 3, walked 0. So Pope will take over for Dylan Hill on the mound for the Cavs. And for the Apaches, well, you need some base runners here. Lynn Weber, Williams, and Reynolds. They need to set the table for the meat of the lineup in the Apaches' 7th inning here. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Well, the Apaches used 5 pitchers in today's ball game. Duke Jordan, Tom Simmons, Adam Davis, Clayton Kelly, and Reed Smith. This is pitcher number 4 for Bossier. Little chopper foul. Johnny Vasevic started this ball game for the Cavs. Then it was Landon Foster in the third. And Hill came in right after Foster in the third. He held the fort down until now, and now it's Brandon Pope's game. Just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bozier, 10 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. The Apaches, 8 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. We're in the bottom of the 7th of Game 1, a 7-inning ball game. Doubleheader day here at Mike Carter Field. Ground ball, third base side. Easy play for Bird. He'll throw across, 1 out. A nice crowd here and a lot of Bozier fans. They clap their hands in glee as the Cavs are 2 outs away from grabbing a victory here. Here's the right fielder, Alec Williams. Sacrifice bunt. A ground out to short and a strikeout looking. 0 for 2. First pitch misses, ball 1. Apaches desperately need some base runners. Well, if there's any way you get Dalton Davis to the plate this inning, you got a shot. It's a long way off from here. .2-0 pitch, almost got him. He turned in and it just missed him, goes all the way to the screen. 3 balls, no strikes. Well, the other side of this is that if you can get Williams on here, the rest of the ball game, short of a double play, you'll have the tying run at the plate. There's ball 4. So that's what it's going to be. That's the first walk for Pope. That's 11 walks for Cavalier pitching. And there you go, top of the lineup. Ren Reynolds, 0 for 2, does have an RBI on a ground out back in the 2nd inning. He flew out to center in his first at bat. A couple of walks to go with those plate appearances. You need some more base runners, some good at bats right here as the Apaches turn the lineup over. First pitch from Pope. I'm not sure what that is, but it's kind of, I don't know if that's just change-up. Looks like he might have been just took something off of it, and Reynolds watches it for strike 1. Got a couple of guys thrown in the Apache bullpen, a couple of right-handers. And Pope steps off. Brandon Pope, the sophomore from Lafayette, Louisiana. Well, don't think you're going to do anything here. You're down 2. The last thing you need to be doing here is running into outs. But Apaches have shown themselves to be super aggressive on the bases, so anything's possible. Missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Cavs could end the game with a double play right here. Reynolds at the plate for Tyler. Next pitch. Fly ball, right field, going back is Cabrera. I don't think he's going to get there. It's going to be extra bases. The runner's going to be sent home. Reynolds is going to go to third, and he's safe. Well, that's going to make it a 1-run game, a triple off the bat of Reynolds. RBI triple for Forrest Gump.
Number 5.
And it's a 10-9 ball game. With one away, Heath Hood steps in. And you're going to bring the infield in here to try to cut this down. Trying to win a ball game on the road right here. Heath Hood is 0 for 4. He has grounded out to second 3 times and flown out to center. Sacrifice fly would tie the game. Outfielders playing medium depth. Center fielder's kind of deep. Right fielder at medium depth and left fielder about the same. 0-1 with one away. Well, if Hood would catch one here, he'd send all the Apache faithful home happy. Or to the concession stand happy anyways. We got 2 games today. 0-1. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Is there a little Mike Carter magic? The Apaches trying to stay undefeated in conference play. They're 3-0 in conference play, 8-2 overall. And they've defeated Bossier Parish 13-2 on Thursday. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Brandon Pope from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Missed inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jacob Johnson waits on deck. What you don't want to do here is let Dalton Davis get to that plate. If you're a Cavalier fan, you don't want to see that guy with the game in his hands. Here's the 2-1. Off the plate, 3-1. A walk doesn't kill you here. Sets up a double play. And sure enough, they're going to send their infielders back here. And I don't know. They just totally shifted gears. Are they going to just kind of make sure this is off the plate? Here's the 3-1 pitch. That ball's well hit into the gap, and it's down. We're tied. Going to second is Hood. He's in there with a game-tying double. 10-10. A triple by Reynolds, and now a double off the bat of Heath Hood. And the Apaches with some Mike Carter magic here in the 7th. Now you got the winning run in scoring position, and Jacob Johnson at the plate. 10-10. Bottom of the 7th of a 7-inning game. Well, Johnson, with only 1 out, barring a line drive double play here, Dalton Davis is going to get his opportunity here in the 7th. Brandon Pope, the pitch. That's going to sail right over the plate for strike 1. 1 out, the winning run at second base. Heath Hood just hit a double to center to drive in Reynolds, who was at third after hitting a triple, to drive in Alec Williams. From the set position, Brandon Pope. The 0-1. Ground ball through the hole. Here comes the game winner. Is he going to make it? The throw from Cabrera comes to the plate, and the Apaches win it in walk-off fashion. Jacob Johnson delivers, and we're not playing. I guess we're playing 9 in the first game. All right, so much for the excitement in the press box. Ed is killing me. Ed's looking in the dugout with his scratching his head. And evidently we're playing 9, so my apologies to all of you in YouTube land. We were informed this was a 7-inning game, and evidently we're playing 9, which is a surprise to all of us up here. Throw down to second. Johnson is safe. So much for the walk-off. We got a couple more innings of baseball. That's a first for me, I'll tell you that. Johnson promptly steals second base, and the Apaches try to add now in this, what is now a back-and-forth 9-inning game. I'm going to have to get on Ed about that. Well, nobody reacted in the. I expected there to be an eruption from the dugout down there, and they all stayed in the dugout, and nobody walked off the field. So, if it was 7, it would have been a walk-off. But here we go. We're playing 9. This is whatever. I know that from the umpire standpoint, we do often play 7-9 doubleheaders, and the umpires like to play the first game as a 7-inning game in case it goes extra. But evidently we're playing 9 here. So it's 11-10 Apaches, bottom of the 7th. So we missed our opportunity to play Take Me Out to the Ball game. 3 balls and no strikes to Dalton Davis. No reason to pitch to Davis here in a 1-run game. You have to play it after the next half inning. Take Me Out to the Ball game. 3-0 count to Davis. And the pitch. In there for a strike, it's 3-1. Well, all I can say is I did my best to be informed, and my apologies as I got everyone excited out there in YouTube land as the Apaches appeared to have a walk-off win, but not quite yet, not so fast. Here's the 3-1. That ball's hit well down the right field line, but out of play, and we'll do it again with a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away to Dalton Davis. Davis, another good day, 2 for 4 with an RBI and a couple of runs scored. He had 4 hits in the first game of the series in Shreveport. And there's ball 4. So Davis draws his 2nd walk of the day. And that's 2 walks now for Brandon Pope. And it's 12 walks for Cavalier pitching. And that will be all for Pope. New pitcher comes into the game for the Cavs. We'll let you know who it is in just a minute. Daniel Schaefer will get his third outing of the year for the Cavaliers. Schaefer, 6'3", 215, right-handed freshman from Willis, Texas, takes over for Brandon Pope here in the 7th inning. His third outing, he's 1-0 with an 0.00 ERA. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks for the freshman from Willis, Texas. Miguel Vega steps in with 2 on and 1 out. Vega is 1 for 3 at a solo home run to left field back in the 2nd inning. Well, that rain on the radar is just not making it here. I thought for sure by now. Well, Ed's got his umbrella up again, so maybe it's starting to trickle. First pitch in there for a strike to Vega, 0-1. Well, it sure has broken up. It was pretty solid a minute ago, and now it's just scattered. So we may not get very much at all here. It's good news. 0-1 pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's been an eventful 7th inning, to say the least. We've had 2 innings in which both teams have scored 3 runs in a game that started at about 11:16. Good gracious. We're already well past the 3-hour mark, and we're in the 7th. Two balls, 1 strike. This is the 5th pitcher of the day for Bossier. The Apaches have already used their 5th pitcher. And we'll probably use someone else. They've had a couple of guys tossing down there. We'll see who might be next for Coach Rippenthal. 1 out, 2 aboard. 11-10 Apaches. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Vega goes down and fouls it off to the right side. Boy, he's put the barrel on the ball today. Took one out of here and hit 2 hard outs to center field. The big fella locked in pretty good today. Takes a deep breath. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Johnson is at second. Dalton Davis at first. Apaches have scored 3 runs in this inning. Here's the 2-2. Grounder foul. The runners were off of that pitch. And we'll do it again with a 2-2 count. Alec Williams walked with 1 out in this inning. The 11th walk of the day for Bossier pitching. Then it was a triple off the bat of Ren Reynolds that drove in Williams. A double by Heath Hood drove in Ren Reynolds, and we were tied. And then it was an RBI single by Jacob Johnson that we thought was a walk-off winner, only to find out we're playing 9 here in the opener. First time we've done this year. Every other doubleheader we've played has been 7-9. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the rumors were right. I don't know where you heard those, but we had rumors early, and we checked down with Mr. Ed in the dugout, and he's hiding under that umbrella right now. He notified us that I don't want to get on Ed. He does a great job with those live stats, and he probably was well-intentioned, but maybe a little misinformed. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Vega trying to put another barrel on a pitch. The pitch. Missed inside. It's a walk. Second consecutive walk by Cav pitching. And that's now 13 walks on the day. First walk for Schaefer. Here's Luke Johnson. Johnson is the 8th batter of the inning. I'm going to run out of ink on my pen here. This score sheet, both teams have batted around multiple times in this game. First pitch. High pop-up, going to stay in the infield. Mason Hammond's under it at short. Catches it. That's a big out right there. Still a one-run game, and we got 2 innings to play, as it turns out. So that's a big out for Schaefer right there. Bases loaded, 1 away. So their bases are still loaded with 2 outs for Trey Irwin. Irwin, 2 walks, an infield single, and a pop up to second. 1 for 2 on the day. The Apaches would love to get some more runs here. As this is a long game, and it's going to get longer because we're playing 9. First pitch is going to miss, ball 1. Oh, he hit him. There's a run. Not happy about it, but Irwin gets an RBI. Hit batter. And the Apaches take a 2-run lead. Everybody moves up a station. And it's 12-10. A 4-run 7th have given the Apaches a 2-run lead here. The catcher, Trey Irwin, just took one off the left hand, left wrist. I don't know where he got it. He's looking at his elbow area, so not happy about that. But Coach Wren and the training staff out there to make sure he's all right. Tenth bat of the inning is Tyler Lindweber. He led this inning off with a ground out to third base. 10, 10, and 1 for Bozier. 12, 9, and 1 for Tyler. Back and forth we go. It's been that kind of day all day long. We've been tied at 3, we've been tied at 6, and we've been tied at 10. And the Apaches have surged ahead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Looking for more with the bases loaded. And Tyler Lindweber with a 1-0 count. Right-handed freshman from Willis, Texas, Daniel Schaefer, delivers the 1-0, and it misses 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. 2 away, the pitch. In there for a strike. Schaefer has his sign, trying to get the Cavs back in the dugout. Ball gets away, comes to the screen, you throw it to the plate, not in time. 13-10 on the wild pitch. That you know, I don't know, that could have been a pass ball right there. Looked like it should have been caught. We'll see what Ed scores it on the live stats here. They're gonna call that a wild pitch. So a wild pitch moves everybody up 90 feet. 13-10 now. As you got the big fella Vega at third base, Irwin at second base, and Davis just scored. A 3-1 count, the pitch. Looper into right, that's going to fall in. 2 more runs are going to come home. 15-10 Apaches, a 2-run single by Tyler Lindweber. And the Apaches, a crooked number in the 7th, 7 runs.
Now batting number 3, Alec Williams.
And that's 11 batters now have come to the plate for Tyler here in the 7th inning. Alec Williams, he walked and scored in this inning his last time up. Well, probably going to see Lindweber try to get over there. The way this game's going, no lead is safe. Off the plate, ball one. $15, 10, and 1 for Tyler. 10, 10, and 1 for Bozier. Well, hold on to your hats. We're going to play doubleheader time in a single 9 here. As we started this game at 11:16, and it's now 2:30 on the dot, and we're still in the 7th. .315 and counting. The Apaches have not come up short on runs recently. There goes the runner. You throw it down, and I think he got him, and he did. Lindweber's out. Caught stealing. First caught stealing of the day. Good throw there by Cole Ketzmer. But the Apaches, 7 runs on 3 hits. Ooh, a lot of walks. Got a hit batter in there. You got 3 walks, and when you add it all up, it's a 7-run 7th. Your new score for Mike Carter. Tyler 15, Bozier 10. Zach Williams is the new pitcher for the Apaches. He'll take over for Reed Smith here in the 8th inning. And we'll give you some numbers on Zach here momentarily. For Bossier Parish, 7, 8, and 9, Decker, Franklin, and Hammond scheduled to hit. This is going to be a pinch hitter for Clint Hargrave is going to be the pinch hitter. I'm pretty sure he got some action in that first game. Yeah, he started as a DH, went 0 for 2 in the Thursday game. So Hargrave takes over as the DH here in the 8th inning, 7th spot in the lineup. 0-1 pitch misses. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. For Zach Williams, outing number 6 of the year, and that will lead the club. 0-0 with a 2.45 ERA, 7 1/3 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts and 4 walks for the freshman from College Station. 6'1" and 195, Zach Williams. 2 balls, 2 strikes to pinch hitter Clint Hargrave, who's taking over for Billy Decker here in the 7th spot. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a fastball. First strikeout for Williams. That's now 7 strikeouts for Tyler pitching. Here's Ron Franklin, center fielder. Got 2 hits today. 2 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. Couple of singles, one to left and one in the infield. First pitch misses, 1 ball, no strikes. It's actually clearing up a bit here and brightening up at the ballpark. So much for the rain at the moment. Got him to chase a high fastball. It's 1-1. So Williams now takes the lead in appearances for the Apache pitching staff with 6. This is his 6th appearance of the year. There's a base hit to right field. And with 1 out, Franklin aboard for Mason Hammonds.
Now batting number 2, Mason Hammonds.
Well, with the 5-run lead, which, as memory serves here, is the biggest lead of the game for either squad. Bossier had a 3-run lead twice. The Apaches had a 2-run lead, and they now hold a 5-run advantage here in the 8th inning. Missed high. 2 balls, no strikes. Williams, the set position, pumps a strike in there. Two balls, 1 strike. 15-10, Tyler leads it, top of the 8th. 1 out, 1 aboard. Here's the pitch. Well hit ball to right field. Williams drifts over though, he's got room, makes the catch. 2 outs here in the 8th. Top of the lineup, Garrett Felix. Pretty good day for Felix. 2 for 3, couple of singles, couple of walks, fly ball to left. Well, this had been a back and forth tight one. Right now the Apaches, with that 7-run 7th, have opened up a 5-run lead that I don't know, for the moment feels comfortable, but it's just been a strange day at the ballpark. Inside, it's 2-0. Looked like we were going to get pretty good little rain, and that didn't happen either. Check swing, called a strike. There's still a chance we're going to get a little bit of rain, but doesn't look like anything game threatening. A swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the rain that is on the radar is very scattered now. It's kind of almost dried up a bit. And there are some heavier showers in a line east of Dallas. So that's the ones we probably needed to keep an eye on later. I think whatever's on the radar now is not going to threaten this one. Fouled off the netting. We'll do it again with a 3-2 count. Runner was off of that pitch. 2 outs. 15-10, Tyler leads it here. Top of the 8th. In a back and forth battle all day long. First game of a doubleheader. We're playing 9 in the opener, which is the first time we've done that. we had a walk-off win in the bottom of the 7th inning, and only to find out we're playing 9. So next 3-2 delivery. Ground ball right up the middle. Reynolds on the backhand, throws to first. Got him. Nice play by Reynolds. Boy, really nice job of getting rid of that ball in a hurry. And put a star by that one. 4-3, but he threw that ball from the other side of second base. And that will do it. The runner's stranded. It's a 0 on the board for the Cavaliers in the 8th. We'll go to the bottom half. Your score remains Tyler 15 and Bossier 10. Nine, 1, and 2 for the Apaches. This is Alec Williams to lead things off here. Bottom of 8. They now lead 15-10. And for the first time today, they'll come in with more than a 1-run lead. They had a 1-run lead when they batted in the 5th inning. First pitch swing, and you pop it up. Who's going to call? It's right on top of the mound. No one's calling for it. And, boy, nice play there as you trip and fall and make the catch. That's Gavin Bird, the third baseman. Well, those pop-ups that go right over the mound, these pitchers are taught they can't make a play. Generally, they're supposed to get out of the way. And you could tell that's what Schaefer tried to do. And sure enough, third baseman Gavin Bird came over and he tripped on the mound but made the play. So nice play by Bird to stay with that ball. A lot of times you'll see that ball hit on the mound for a hit. You had everybody converging on the pitcher's mound, and the pitcher kind of vacates that area, and a lot of times that ball will hit. Reynolds, a big triple his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day, couple RBIs. And a really nice defensive play to end the 8th inning. No balls, 2 strikes quickly. Schaefer gets ahead of the leadoff hitter, Reynolds. 0-2 with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back into the net. Do it again at 0-2. 1 out, nobody aboard. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 15-10, Tyler leads it. One ball, 2 strikes. Schaefer working from the stretch, hands right in front of that belt. 1-2 pitch, chopper to third. Gavin Bird up with it, throws across, and there's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. And here here is Heath Hood for the 6th time today. 1 for 5. A double tied the game last inning. Part of that 7-run 7th inning for the Apaches. First pitch in there, strike one. Schaefer has settled in nicely here this inning, working ahead of these Apache hitters. Another good breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. 15-10-1 for Tyler, 10-11-1 for the visitors from Bossier Parish. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short, backhanded by Hammonds, nicely played over there, and ball fell out of the glove of Andrew Mills and took him off the bag. So I don't know how they're going to score that. We'll see. I think they're probably going to give him a hit. Hood's aboard with 2 away, and here's Jacob Johnson. I'm giving it an infield single on my sheet. I haven't scored it yet. Let's see what they call it down there. Yeah, they're giving him a single. First pitch is in there to Johnson. It's 0-1. Johnson, with what we thought was the walk-off single to right, was actually just gave the Apaches the lead in the 7th, and they went on to score 7 runs in that inning. We're in the 8th. Line drive into left center. Hood's going around first. He'll head to third, and going for second is Johnson. He'll get there safely. It's a double. Jacob Johnson coming up big here and late in this ball game. So Hood goes to third, and with 2 outs and 2 on, here's Dalton Davis with a base open. Now this is kind of nightmarish for Bossier. You got 2 hot hitters back to back with 2 more runs sitting out there. Got to throw to one of them. Davis walked his last 2 times up. Before that was 2 for 3, a double and a single. He scored a couple runs. He's driven 1 in today. He's actually scored 3 times. First pitch misses. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Daniel Schaefer, here's the pitch. High pop-up left side of the field, probably going to get out of live ball area and just gets into the bleachers there. Not too far from where the Cavalier reserves are sitting in that bleacher area. One of them actually got it on 1 hop. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Apache's second and third trying to add to a 15-10 lead. Working on the 4-hour mark here. Check swing, called a strike. From the set position, the 1-2 fights it off. Get another pitch. Bottom of the 8th, 2 on, 2 out. A hot-hitting Dalton Davis. 1-2 pitch, another foul ball. Seen a number of Apache hitters today have good at bats. Spoiling a pitch, fouling it off, spoiling another one, and then getting a base hit, driving some people in. So that's exactly what you want. And right now you got a comfortable lead, but Had some really good at-bats today. That ball's in the dirt. Nice job by Kessner there to save the run. Two balls, two strikes now. The freshman from Willis, Texas, Daniel Schaefer, excuse me. Getting him confused with that guy from Northeast Texas. 2-2 pitch, pop up, out of play again. Keeps pumping those fastballs in, and Davis keeps spoiling them. Apaches have overtaken the Cavs in the hit column finally, 12-11. They lead by 5 runs, 15-10. Here's the pitch. Well hit left center. This is trouble. It's going to one-hop the fence. It's a 2 RBI double for Dalton Davis. What a great at-bat by Davis. Fouls off 3, 4, 5 pitches in a row. Finally puts a swing on a pitch he can handle into the left center gap. 17-10 Apaches. That's 3 more RBIs for Davis in this ball game. And here's Vega. Vega's scored 3 times. He's walked twice. A solo homer in the 2nd inning. Well, the Apaches, it hasn't been pretty, but they keep finding ways to produce offense and getting just enough pitching to make it work. 17-10 as the Apaches have put 2 more on the board here in the bottom of the 8th. Vega takes ball 1. Foul tip, just missed that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Where we're hoping at some point to get you that overlay so that we'll have like an actual scoreboard on the broadcast. We got it up there for a moment today, but couldn't quite figure it all out. So Captain Chuck Smith will be on that project, and hopefully before too long we'll figure that out. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 away. The pitch. Vegas swings through a fastball. It's 2-2. Schaefer, fastball away, runs the count 3-2 on Miguel Vega. Luke Johnson would be next for the Apaches. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Vega is the 7th batter of this 8th inning. Line shot left field. That's going to one-hop right in front of the left fielder, Adams. He'll pick it. And it's another run, an RBI single for Miguel Vega. Now, again, Vega, boy, he has just squared ball after ball up today. His outs were hard. He had 2 line drive outs to center. And, well, I guess we're over now. Well, who knows, man? I guess we run rule it. 10 after 5, 8 after 7. The Apaches a walk-off winner by a score of 18-10. Who would have thought it? Well, we're learning on the fly up here. A 3-run 8th inning, and what was a 10-8 lead from Bossier Parish turned into an 18-10 walk-off run rule victory here in the 8th inning. So, time, let's see here, it's 2:54. So we started this game, didn't quite get to 4 hours, but pretty close, 3 hours and 40-some minutes. So the Apaches win this one by a score of 18-10. The coaches and the umpires are looking at the radar right now and trying to decide how they're going to handle this. Whether they want to start this thing, they're going to have to get at least 5 innings of this 7-inning game coming up. And so, I don't know. I'm going to be a little surprised if they just don't do anything, because it doesn't look that bad. The heavier rain is still over toward the Metroplex. And, you know, we'll see. They're going to decide down there, and we'll see. The decision is whether we're going to play game 2 or just call it, get one in and call it a day. And Coach Wren kind of scratching his head down there. I mean, the rain that's coming is a very thin line of rain, but it is kind of heavy. It probably won't be here. I don't know. It might get here before game's over. And we'll wait up here as we wrap this one up. We'll let them talk things over. The scoring started in this first game. In the first inning, Bossier plated 3 runs. It looked like they might get more. They had 9 guys come to the plate. And Duke Jordan ended up getting out of trouble in that first inning. But Bossier takes the lead 3-0 after 1/2 inning. The Apaches 0 in the first inning, but they tied it with 3 of their own in the bottom of the second inning. Kind of manufactured some runs. A solo homer by Vega, a couple of bunts, and it was 3-3 after 2 innings. Both teams scored 3 runs in their half of the third inning, and it was 6-6. The Apaches scored 2 runs in the fourth inning, and it was 8-6. And back come Bossier, 8-7 in the fifth. And it stayed 8-7 until 3 runs in the top of the 7th for Bossier. We thought at that point it was a 7-inning ball game, and the Apaches turn around and put up a crooked number of their own in the bottom of the 7th, and 3 more in the 8th, and they win it going away in run rule fashion by a score of 18-10. Tyler 18 runs on 14 hits, 1 error, and Bossier 10 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Your winning pitcher, oh my, I don't know, it might be Reed Smith. He was in there in the 7th, and the Apaches took the lead in the 7th, so I think it's going to be Reed Smith. So we'll pull up the stats here and see what his record is on the season. Reed Smith. I don't think he had any decisions. Now that'll be his first win, so he'll go to 1-0. Losing pitcher is going to be Brandon Pope. And I think Pope was 0-0, so he'll drop to 0-1 on the year. The loss will take Bossier to an overall record of 3-6, and their conference record now is even at 2-2. The win will take Tyler to 9-2 on the year, and they stay undefeated 4-0 in conference play. Coach Wren's making a call to the weatherman right now. This is my guess. They're at home plate with the 2 umpires, and they're trying to decide whether they're going to try to play or not. And we'll stay on the air right now to try to let you all know what the plan is, because if they shut it down here and just go with 1 ball game, we'll shut down the stream. And if they decide to play the next game, we may go ahead and start a new stream as they look at radar. And Coach Wren's got a couple of folks he knows. All baseball coaches know some weatherman, I can tell you that from experience. We'll see. We'll let you listen to whatever music's playing right now. And they've had some wild innings here between these 2 clubs. 13-2 on Thursday over in Shreveport at Centenary. And I can just tell that Coach Wren's a little uncertain. I think they're going to go ahead and try to play. We'll find out. I think they're going to play. Well, there seems to be some uncertainty here. It doesn't look like Bozier's leaving. So I think we're going to take about a 30-minute break and play game 2 of this doubleheader. So we'll go ahead and wrap this particular until I see some verification here. It looks, I mean, these teams, they probably would shake it up here if they weren't going to play a second game. So all right, well, we're going to assume they're going to play game 2 here until further notice. So for now, I'm going to leave this stream going for just a minute. I'll see if I can get definitive word one way or another before we sign off. All right, they are going to play game 2 here. So we'll go ahead and stop this stream, and we'll start a new stream in about, well, it's 3:01 right now. So probably about 3:15 or 3:20, we'll start another stream. So just kind of log back into ApacheAthletics.com, and we'll hopefully have things squared away by then. But it looks like we're going to go ahead and play the second game. It is starting to get a little darker now, but we'll have to see how that goes. So that'll wrap things up for game 1. The Apaches extend their winning streak to 5 games in a row. They are now 4-0 in conference play, 9-2 overall, as they are 18-10 winners in a wild one here at Mike Carter in game 1. So for the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, which includes Mr. Kevin Vest, the athletic director, Captain Chuck Smith, thanks for his help earlier, Ms. Kelsey Weeks, the assistant athletic director, and Ms. Jordan Jones, athletic coordinator back at WAG Gym. She's probably not back there today, but we certainly do appreciate all the help she provides for the athletic department. Matthew York on PA. I'm not sure. We had a newbie on the scoreboard today, but they did a good job up here keeping us on our P's and Q's. This is Dr. John Gross signing off for game 1. We'll be back on the air in about 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Thanks be to God who gives us the victory through Jesus Christ our Lord. In about 20 minutes, we'll start the next stream. The Apaches win game 1 by a score of 18-10. So long, everybody.